Hello, and welcome to another video. This one is going to be 3 things to think about, 3 things to try next time you're doing a low brace. I'm out this morning fishing, lots of fishing, very little catching, and that's okay. I think that joke will never get old. A couple of things that might help you when you're doing a low brace. A low brace usually is used to stabilize the kayak, or if you feel you're going over and you want to get some purchase on the water and stop yourself from maybe rolling over, or at least be able to keep yourself in place. These tips might help you also if you're new to paddling, and it might just give you something to think about next time you're on the water. The first thing you'll sometimes see with newer paddlers is that they're not really confident in how they're going to be doing things like a low brace. They don't realize that the water can offer a lot of support at first if you use that smack, that low brace efficiently. Oftentimes you'll see them do their low braces out here, out in the front, and kind of just tapping the water. One of the things that we often talk about that will help you have a good, strong starting point is the paddler's box, right? That's essentially a square that you make with your arms, your chest, and your paddle. And that offers a strong, solid foundation for different strokes, for movements. With a strong paddler box, you're engaging a lot of your stronger muscles on your arms and your core to be able to pass some of that power and strength to the blades. But also the paddler's box helps us keep our shoulders safe and our arms safe. Now, if we take that paddler's box and move it so that we can present the blades to the water for that low brace, you can lift those elbows, not too much, keep your shoulders safe. But by having that strong paddler's box and the blade close to the water, close to your belly, all of a sudden we can really put a lot of strength into that blade as it hits the water. And we're not putting any body parts in danger because we have a very solid foundation. We have a good grip on the paddle, and our arms, our core, everything is working together to keep this paddle here. It's not just our shoulders working. It's not just our arms. Everything is coming into play. So shaft close to your belly, elbows up, not too high. Keep those shoulders safe. And that way we have a strong paddler's box that's ready to smack the water if we feel like we're going over. The second thing to think about, and this is something that happens also to newer paddlers, is they'll go for the brace, but then hold it in the water too long. And when they try to bring the blade out of the water, they essentially pull themselves in and under. So if you slap the water, at first you'll have that resistance. But once the blade goes underwater, if you try pulling, you're pulling yourself into the water. So as soon as you get that leverage on the water surface, remember to turn the shaft, turn the blade before you bring it out again. So you slap, turn, and then pull up, right? That way you're knifing the blade back out of the water. So we're gonna hit the water, turn, bring it up. Hit the water, turn, bring it up. Hit the water, turn, bring it up. That way when you hit the water, you get the purchase on the water, but then there's no resistance when you pull it back up. Now, the third thing to think about is the hips. Just like if you ever thought or researched rolling, the hips and the way we move our kayak, our top and bottom, are joined on the hips, and they're completely separate. You can be doing very different motions with each of those sections. So the third thing to try is when you slap the water, don't just try to bring yourself upright as if you're just one big stiff thing. No, the moment you hit the water, you use those hips, you use your legs, you engage your lower body, and you slide the kayak back under you. So we're falling over, we slap, we slide under, and then we bring the paddle back up. What's really nice is the water allows us to slide the kayak back underneath us. So if you feel you're going over, don't just pull up with your whole body. Slap and slide that kayak under so that it can now level you out again. Slap, hit, slap, hit, slap, hit, slap, hit. Going over, slap, hit. Going over, slap, hit. So next time you're out on the water and you're playing, listen, definitely do it when the water's warm enough that you can take a swim. Definitely do it in a place that it's okay for you to fall in and practice this, because it's very common that when we're practicing our low brace, we're going to make a mistake and fall in. But if you're practicing these things, give these 3 things a try, see if it helps you. 1, strong paddle or box, keeping that shaft low, elbows up, not too high, keep those shoulders safe. 2nd, when you slap the water, turn that blade before you bring it back up. And the 3rd thing, use those hips independently. So when you feel the purchase on the water, bring that hip over, bring that hip over, bring that hip over. Hopefully that'll help you. So if there's any questions, any further tips you'd like to add on to these are 3 things that worked for me and 3 things that I've seen newer paddlers benefit from as they're learning how to use a lower brace. So if there's anything you want to add, anything you want to ask, please do leave a comment below. Subscribe if you like. I'm always trying to put these videos out. As always, with Kayak Hipster, thank you for watching and see you next time.